2020 shop tour, here we come.
Hey, welcome to Daddy's Workshop of the Carolinas. This is Josh Pauling. Time for a 2020 shop tour. Lots of changes in 2020 to the shop and to the business, and so just wanted to give you an updated shop tour. It is filled with machinery right now. Work our way around and see what we can see for 2020. Meant to drop this video earlier, but you know how 2020 went for most of us. So start with our table saw station.
The heart of my workshop is a bidirectional setup of two Powermatic 66s. It all started with one from 1973. This was the machine that gave me the bug for vintage machinery. Picked it up at an old school auction. This is what it looks like now. It is the heart of my setup. Really love it, and we'll take it from there.
So with our 1973 Powermatic 66 table saw, I finally painted the dust door to match with the Rust-Oleum hammered green. Pretty close match. And also this little angled piece up here to cover the opening. This helps with dust collection. Also added a motor cover finally that matches. Again, painted it with the Rust-Oleum hammered green. Finally looking about like it should. You can see a slight difference on the color, but all in all, not too bad. I've got my overarm dust guard with a 4-inch self-cleaning blast gate, and then I've got a 6-inch dust port on the side. I upgraded from the 4 in the back and cut a hole on the side here. And then on the table saw, one of the big things I changed this year was I finally put a splitter on. I made a short video about this previously. Made a removable splitter, used the old guard to do so, and then now I've improved that even a little bit more with this piece here that I fabricated from leftover scraps from the actual original splitter and guard. Somebody from OWWM had this Beastmeyer removable bracket here, and this bracket has a little knob here that allows us to do a quick release on this. So this is an improvement over the one I even made. I made this sort of like I did the last one, but I had to get this hole, everything lined up there. So I used an angle grinder and bandsaw and whatnot to make that happen. So I'm pretty happy with that. Now I've got a removable splitter that is very easy to take on and off for safety. And I've got Beastmeyer 54-inch here. That's a great capacity there. And then on the flip side, I've got a bidirectional setup here. This one is also a Powermatic 66. This one's from the 80s. And then in here I've got a 3 horsepower motor set up with a dado stack. This is where I do most of my joinery cuts. They're both close to the outlets here on the wall. And then this one I've got currently just hooked up to the 4-inch original port. Haven't really thought much about upgrading that, because with the dado stack usually the blade's buried anyway, so not a ton of dust comes up from the top. And then that's a Y there with blast gates on both, self-cleaning blast gates. And then I've got my big 6-inch main coming off my 3.5 horsepower Tempest. It's made by Penn State Industries. Dust collector, Cyclone here. And then I've got the exhaust running right out the window. There's my table saw setup. Very happy with this back-to-back setup, pretty efficient on space. And then on the side, I've got a side extension table here as well, so that maneuvering sheet goods is easy. And this is also my assembly table and workbench. Got all sorts of jigs and clamps that I hook up on this. Someday, long term, I'd love to make a real workbench right here, because this is really where most of my work happens. You can see I've got a vise down here. Eventually I'm going to do that, but that would be a project that doesn't pay. And most of my projects at this point are the ones that get first in line, are the ones that are paying projects. So long-term goal is to put a workbench right here, same level as all this, and then we'd have a pretty sweet setup. So as far as my milling operations go, everything's really crowded right now, but you can see here's a Powermatic 160 with a 5 horsepower single phase motor. One thing that I did do this year is I finally found a set of these original Allen Bradley push button controls. Originally it just had like a little knob switch up there that previous owner had put on, but I finally found the parts to make this old Allen Bradley starter. Got the right sized heaters and a few missing fasteners and whatnot, and then the push buttons, so that now that looks as it should. It's got a thermal protection now, and then like I said, 5 horsepower single phase. It's an amazing machine, really happy with it. I did add the white stripe. Technically this one is from 1963. So it would have been the light green. Previous owner had already painted it, I don't know, Italian green or Christmas tree green. And so it's pretty close to the metallic. And so I added the white stripe because I've got quite a few of the metallic machines in here, the green with the white stripes. So that way it sort of looks like it's part of the family. Then I've got an 8-inch DJ20 joiner. This was an upgrade about a year ago. Very happy with this. It's a 4-blade cutter head. Very happy with the parallelogram setup. And the long infeed table is also a nice plus. Everything's super smooth on the adjustments. And then I've got a 6-inch port here. And then both of my milling machines here, my planer and my joiner, I've got a sort of a quick release fitting on this 6-inch flex port. And then above that a blast gate. And then that runs to my dust collector over there. And then here I've got my miter saw. This is a 12-inch miter saw. It's a compound miter saw. It's not a sliding miter saw. I'm very happy with this for my needs, and created a little dust collection here where I've got an old wash basin tub that I cut in half and then added a port on top, and then a little bit of flex tube to my blast gate, and then that also is running to my machine as well. And then this year I've added a few metalworking machines, I guess you could say. I added a second drill press. This is a Delta 15-inch 6+6. It's got a 6-inch throw, and it's nice to have one that I can keep sort of dedicated for metal since I'm doing more and more machinery. And then also restored this Delta triple duty grinder. There was a lot of work on that. I did make a video series about that, and it's great now to have a grinder that I can use to work with metal now that I'm doing more and more machinery. And I do also have bandsaw area over here. I'll go ahead and take a look at that real quick. So I've got a 20-inch bandsaw, Delta Rockwell 28 3x50. Very happy with that as well. That was a restore project that I did for myself from a school shop. See, it's a little bit buried here right now with all the machines around, but. And then I've got a 14-inch Powermatic 141 from a school shop auction as well. The motor was fried, put a half-horse motor on it, which has been good for my uses so far, and it's just a regular switch on there. But the paint job was really pretty good condition overall, just a little bit of touch-up. There were a few knobs and things missing. I fabricated from some leftovers from other projects. And then here also I've got another drill press. I do a lot of my mortises on the drill press currently, and you can see I've got a big work table there for that. Another addition this year was a Powermatic 30A belt and disc sander. I've got a video series set to drop on this as well. This was a great project. Really happy to have a full-size disc and belt sander now as well. And so that is probably the big changes as far as my actual shop tools. And then here's a Powermatic 26 shaper that I've restored as well for my own uses. And then as you can see around the shop are tons of machines. I've got 9 deep right now. I'm really ready to rock and roll for the summer. My main job currently is high school history teaching, and super slammed with all that right now with the way everything is. And so stocking up on machines and projects for the summer and ready to really rip at it over the summer. I've got several Unisaws, a Powermatic 66 I just picked up. Looking forward to that. Those don't come up as frequently as the Unisaws. 2 more Unisaws over there, and then some other odds and ends that we'll be cleaning up and documenting along the way. So that is the 2020 shop tour. It is a mess right now. By the time 2021 comes to an end, I do another updated shop tour, I think we'll be seeing something even better. And so there you have it, folks. 2020 shop tour done. It is a mess right now. It is slam full of machines. Looking forward to what 2021 holds. It's going to be a year of changes for the workshop and for the family. It's going to be my last year teaching, making some professional transitions as a family. Really looking forward to the additional time in the shop, machinery and with the woodworking, furniture making, and with the family and on our property. We've got about 5 acres. We're going to be ramping up some stuff around here as well. And so looking forward to what the year holds. Appreciate it. Peace.
Hey, thanks for watching. Hope the video has been helpful for you. Feel free to subscribe using the subscribe link. And if you've benefited from the channel and enjoy what you see here, consider donating using the PayPal link that's on my banner picture on my YouTube channel homepage. I put out a video per week. Hope they're helpful. Anything else I can do, contact me. Thanks a lot.